I can't believe it, man. Season 4. We're finally doing it. It's gonna be awesome. No more cutoff dates, even though we're already 3 weeks behind our schedule. But I don't care about that anymore. Also, we have our first guest star on Ultraranger.
Ultraman Air.
Ultraman Air.
Yeah, it's just made of air.
Feel that nice air.
Yeah, it's fucking hot outside, so we need air conditioning.
Yeah. What do you think of Ultraseven?
What? You watched it 3 times? And the reboot series that apparently is really shitty? Wow.
He's dedicated.
Well, yeah, he's the biggest Ultraseven fan ever.
Of course he is. That's what every YouTuber does when they have an inanimate object that can't talk.
We just need to make like a cardboard eye slugger and just tape it onto the top of the air conditioner so he has...
I can do that today.
You could. Do it. And then each of you will look over during Castranger and we'll just be like, fuck you, Aircaster's an Ultraman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Schwat.
Schwat.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger, the podcast where we talk about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. I am your host, Ultracaster Gar.
And I'm your co-host, Mecha Ultra Pinkcaster Lane. For this new season, I need to be reformed, so I mechanized myself. So now I'm a mech.
Thanks for telling me that when it's not done behind the scenes.
Well, in the 3 weeks that we've been gone, since last episode, I revamped my identity. So now on Twitter and stuff like that, and my Xbox account, I'm RoboLane now, because I've just been on a huge RoboCop kick, and I really like mechanical things. That's why in the past 3 years we've done Ultraranger, I've been all about Mecha Godzilla, and I've always said if you mechanize something, it's 10 times cooler. So
He did say that.
I did say that.
Do I care to find the episode?
So I am Mecha Lane. I can spin my head.
Hey, wait. Wow, my head's spinning! So, if this is your first episode, because this is the first episode of a new season, you're probably like, you know what, I want to check out what these guys are.
What the fuck are these losers? What the hell are they talking about?
Where's the Common Riders?
Oh, you ain't gonna find any rider here. I'm sorry.
No Common Rider stuff here.
We talked about Ultraman, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between.
Maybe some other stuff that we're interested in during the week, like Transformers or whatever.
Yeah, we derails.
Yeah, we derail sometimes.
We talk about news for over 40 minutes.
Well, today we're going to be talking about it for 40 minutes because we have a lot of news.
A lot of news.
And unfortunately, we are talking about a very depressing news story.
So depressing.
It's so depressing. No, it actually is depressing.
It is depressing.
Costume modeler Eizo Kaima unfortunately passed away at the age of 90. Passing away on April 24th.
Look at him, he looks so young and has lots of hair in his young picture.
Yeah. Born in 1929 Tokyo, he had a hand in the origins of the tokusatsu genre by modeling costumes for the original Godzilla film. He would go on to work on movies such as Godzilla Raids Again, King Kong vs. Godzilla, and Mothra vs. Godzilla.
Ooh, good ones.
Yeah, he also was a part of the crew that was working on original footage for Godzilla Raids Again in America, but they scrapped it.
Oh yeah.
It was it was like Battle of the Volcano Monsters or something. It ended up becoming Gigantus, the fire monster. Which is weird.
Yeah. That's cool that the guy makes costumes, so.
Yeah, and he also worked on some Ultraman shows, such as the original Ultraman, Ultra Q, Return of Ultraman.
Ace, Taro, Leo, and 80.
Yeah.
Alright. Worked on 80.
He even made his own company, Kaima Productions.
Kaimai Productions.
Passed away at home.
Yep, leukemia. Well, rest in peace, sir. You're Your costumes done great. Very great.
There was ice in my mouth. And another depressing news story.
And this is like really sudden. So.
Yeah, this is very sudden. So, the head writer for Ultraman Z, Kota Fukihara, unfortunately passed away on May 17th due to a brain
hemorrhage.
Yes,
brain hemorrhage 37
at the age of 37.
Fuck. But yeah, no. So it was interesting because the guy, when we first read up about him, he was saying that he was he wrote the ending first, and then he was gonna build his way up, making the show to fit with the ending. So I like that.
It's not confirmed how many episodes the writer had penned for the upcoming series. However, Tsuburaya and their staff has said they will continue to strive to create an amazing final product for the series to which he gave all his spirit to.
Also, he worked on Dad of Light.
Yes, Final Fantasy XIV, Dad of Light. And he also worked on a show that we already talked about, Kaiju Club.
Which means we'll definitely have to talk about the final episode properly subbed.
Yeah.
Because we can get to watch it properly subbed.
True.
But we will. And Kaiju Club was really good.
Kaiju Club's fantastic.
I know. We need more of that.
I want a second season where it's set in the mid-70s. Where it's
Taro and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Or do a modernized version of it where it's about new fans of the new generation era. Awesome.
Do a tokusatsu Gagaga show with Ultraman. That'd be cool. Anyways, rest in peace, sir. And I know what you've done. The show looks already amazing. It's gonna be so good.
Kind of reminds me a bit of when not Jared Leto.
Heath Ledger?
Yeah, when Heath Ledger passed away before The Dark Knight came out. Dark Knight happened, everyone was blown away by it, and then it's sad because we can't tell him of how such a great job
and then
he
they gave
did.
him the Oscar for best actor.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they gave him the Oscar for best actor. He would have gotten it anyways. He didn't die.
And then Joaquin Phoenix also won that Oscar for his portrayal of the Joker. Both of them were good.
Yep.
So speaking of Ultraman Z, the quote-unquote press conference came out, giving us additional information, including more staff members. We have a list of many directors, such as Takanori Tsujimoto, best known for his Resident Evil work. Koichi Sakamoto is a part of it.
Of course he is.
Because, it's something Zero/Jeed related. Of course.
We'll know when it's him.
Oh, yeah. Whenever Jeed's on screen, it will probably be him.
You know what? He's probably going to be directing the Jeed episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Kazuhiro Nakagawa, best known for his work of Day of the Kaiju.
Katsuro Noe, Attack on Titan, Masayoshi, Takusui Oguru.
Yeah, he was the main director for Ultraman Rude.
Okay. Tomono Koshi and Naoyuki Ushida.
And alongside the unfortunate late Kota Fukihara, we also have Tomo Suzuki, Takano Nakano, Satoru Hayashi, Yuji Kobayashi, who wrote Ultraman Mabius, Toshizo Nemoto, best known for his work on Log Horizon and Ultraman Jeed, Jun Sugida, and Ryo Ikada.
Alright, so at least we got some people who've worked on Ultraman working on the show, so this show's in great hands. I trust the staff so much.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 writers for one show.
Yeah, but hey, a bunch of them worked on Ultraman, so
fair. We also have the music producer, Hinjiri Azane, best known for her Resident Evil work. So she'll probably be doing the score and such for the show.
Bitchin'.
Yeah. There was a live stream that happened on June 5th, Japanese Standard Time at 5 p.m. So it was like 4 a.m. for us.
Yeah.
I tried to stay up for it. It was just too late. I got to like 2:30 and I'm like, no, I gotta go to bed.
You gotta go to sleep.
But there are some screenshots and some videos of the live stream online, which apparently they were doing some social distancing.
Which is good, yeah. Because like Japan just got out of their state of emergency, so like their lockout down's done. So now like the mail is going to be open again, so people can start mailing stuff. Which a lot of places have a lot of shit to mail. Because like so many people during this quarantine bought a lot of fucking toku shit. Like I bought like a 01 toy from like back in like March, early April.
Oh, the 1000 Jack.
1000 Jacker. I got 2 Sentai mechs, which I'm still waiting on, and then I bought a Figma of RoboCop that I'm also waiting for. So,
speaking of purchases, I've actually acquired the rest of the Ultraman Blu-ray sets.
He owns all of them.
Yeah, I own all of them. Up to this point.
Yep.
We have a news story about it later on.
Yep. I just have my Gene.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I need. All I need is Gene.
All you need is Gene. So, speaking of state of emergency and staying at home, Subaru Productions have actually released stock backgrounds for people that are doing like Zoom calls or like live chats over the internet. And we have like a slew of them, like
oh my god,
like one land of light.
We have
the sweatshirt.
Yeah, we have the shirt shop.
Yep.
That's great.
Oh, Quattro M.
Yeah, Quattro M.
You have the Nebula House, like two different shots of the Nebula House.
And you have the background with the like 20,000 shirts that freaking Eisen bought.
Oh, I remember us doing the math on that. Like
he bought like almost like $1 million worth of shirts.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But they made a lot of money.
But not only on the new generation era, they've also released screenshots, or at least background shots from the 2019 Ultraman anime and SSSS Gridman, which they are okay.
Why would you want a background of just Alexis's face?
That's my big question.
I mean, I like the one there where you see Gridman like through a window.
Oh yeah, that's from the opening.
Yeah, that's cool. And then one's of fucking Akane's fucking trash-filled room.
I take your trash.
Trash man.
I'm the trash man.
And then I think the third one's the best one.
Oh,
it's
junk?
just the screen of junk. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we also have some from Ultra Galaxy Fight New Generation heroes, such as the Intergalactic Defense Force Headquarters, Sundial, the planet of Twilight.
50 with the Warrior's Peak.
Yep. And Liquitor, the planet of water.
Liquitor? What's that from?
It's just a planet full of ray guns.
Oh, Liquitor. That doesn't sound like a planet. It sounds like a fucking name of a monster. I am Liquitor!
Yeah.
Fear my water powers!
You're going to get soaked, Power Rangers!
Yeah, exactly. No, go back up to the Gridman one, though. Do you know what I think they should have used for a background? That would have made a lot of sense. Fucking, like, the background where Gridman's in when he's talking to them on the screen.
I was just thinking that, like, the hub room that they're in.
Yeah!
Which is weird because I can actually take a screenshot. It'll be on the YouTube version of this. It's a screenshot from the final episode where it's, like, everyone with Gridman in that room. So it's not like they didn't have the shot for it.
Yeah, like that would have been a good background because then you'd be like, oh, I'm Gridman.
Yeah.
Help! Guys, help!
Guys, help! I'm in the computer. What'd you do? I activated a failsafe and now I'm stuck in the computer.
The best Zoom background I've still seen was this guy sitting down and then himself walks into the room, drops off a mug of tea, and then leaves the room. And then he picks up the tea and he drinks it.
That's funny.
That's so clever.
That's pretty good.
Some people made some pretty good backgrounds.
I had one of the Earth shot from the opening of Ultraman Rube, and I'm like, oh, you see this paperweight? And I just chuck it back to the Earth. Gone.
Bye!
But yeah, these are pretty good. Pretty high quality. It's high quality.
It's high quality.
Sundowner.
I would love it. I would love to just like have the background of 050 and you and I are just like, yeah, no, I get to be Ultraman.
I want to be Ultraman.
Yeah, fuck you, juggler.
You get to be Booster. I don't want to be Booster.
Fucking Liquidor.
Liquid.
It's not a planet name.
I have invented a monster, Your Highness. His name is Liquidol, and he can summon water to drown out those Power Rangers blasters. Excellent!
Excellent, Mister! God.
Liquidor.
Now someone needs to draw.
Wait a minute. Who directed that special? Koichi Sakamoto.
Of course he did.
Who's done Power Rangers since the late 90s? Koichi Sakamoto. I wouldn't doubt it was probably him be like, Liquidor.
I wish he just directed X-Aid the whole time. Directed 4 episodes of X-Aid.
Did he direct 4 episodes?
Yeah, the ones.
Wait, hold on. He directs Kamen Rider?
Yeah, he directed Laser and Snipes debuts.
Oh.
That's why if you see how like action-y and explosion-y they are, you can tell it's Koichi Sakamoto.
Action-y and explosion-y.
Yes.
That's a shirt.
Sure.
That's a shirt.
Cool. Next story. Didn't I say this was gonna happen?
Yeah, it was.
Didn't I say this was gonna happen?
So, you want to talk about?
Yeah. So they're releasing a soft vinyl toy campaign, which you can get the Ultraman Zero mantle for your Zero vinyl. So it's not for the figure art, but I feel like it would fit with the figure art too.
No, these are tiny.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a campaign starting June 13th, 1 week before Ultraman Z debuts, where if you buy a Ultraman Zero soft vinyl or an Ultraman Z soft vinyl, you will receive the Ultraman Zero's brother's mantle, or the Ultraman Zero mantle.
That's awesome.
Granted, it already hinders the articulation on the very limited figure because the mantle itself covers the shoulder, so he can't like raise his hands.
Whatever.
So it's just there for show.
Yeah, but I still think that's pretty neat. I'd keep him with it on.
They did one with the for the Ultra Brothers. They did the mantle set. They are hard to come by.
I like to think that when the Ultraman Z figure art comes out, it'll come with like a bonus item of the mantle.
Yeah, it'll probably be like a pre-order, it'll be like a pre-order bonus or something.
Come to put on your Zero, because like you just need to figure out it's a Zero, and then you have all the new generation heroes.
Yeah.
Well, you need to get Tyson Fuma, but
Titus, I have pre-ordered. Tragear should be on his way.
I mean, yeah, you ordered Tragear a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to come out last month, and then they delayed it to this month.
Okay.
But anyways, both these vinyl figures are pretty cheap. They're 660 yen, so that's like what, $5?
Yeah, it's like $10.
Yeah.
I'm waiting until G comes out.
Oh, that new form for Jeed?
I'm representing Jeed like in the show. Like that's the thing I'm most excited for in the show.
Jeed represent?
Yeah, well, Jeed's my favorite Ultraman, the main hero. So.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Jeed, there's a second campaign item for a gold Zero and Jeed Ultra Medal.
That actually looks really cool.
It looks amazing.
It looks like they're like facing off against each other. Just like, fuck you, Jeed. Fuck you, Zero.
Fuck you, it's my show. So yeah.
Well, that was my dad.
I beat your dad.
Like 4 times.
But yes, this Ultra Medal will be only available if you purchase the Z Riser or the Z Riser like
metal set.
Yeah, like
super
the
strong
Narakiri
set.
Oh, the Narakiri set.
Yeah.
Which contains both the Z Riser and the Z Holder.
Yeah, so me and Gar decided to go in for both those.
Yeah, our Toku dealer actually texted us first thing this morning, be like, "Oh, by any chance, do you want that Ultraman Z stuff? There's one of the there's the Z Riser, and then there's the bigger set." And we're like, "Oh no, me and him want the bigger set." He's like, "Do you want me to order 2, or are you both going on 1?" It's like, "No, we want
2.
2.
Give us
2 sets."
Yeah.
So hopefully we get this medal.
Because I'm getting this because G uses it. Like Riku uses it.
Yeah,
so
Riku
like,
does
I
use
have
it.
to get. I have to get it. Like I don't own all the G merchandise because I only got the G stuff that I was interested in. But I like G to do forums, so I'm gonna get his ones.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to represent this show.
And both these items will be available on June 20th, the day that Ultraman Z comes out.
So, who knows? My birthday's coming up in a month.
Yeah.
It's Ultraman Day!
Don't remind me. Speaking of Ultraman Zero, so the next installment in the Ultra Replica line was unveiled, in which it is the Ultraman Zero Eye with the Zero Bracelet.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Can this one turn into the gun mode?
It can. It can turn into the gun mode.
It looks really nice too. Like they properly painted it nicely.
And the best thing about it is that there is actually an image.
Oh, showing the DX version. And
Yeah.
Wow.
So it is more it's more screen accurate to the movie.
And it's like detailed on the back super well.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, Kevin's gonna go fucking nuts over this.
Yeah, so if you missed out your chance on getting the Zero Eye the first time, or missed it the second time with the 10th anniversary edition,
Or G'd.
or no, that was the Zero Eye Neo.
Yeah, but still, that was like the same thing, kind of.
Fair. I was not expecting this, but then again, it's Ultraman Zero's 10th anniversary. I'm just expecting Zero everything this year.
No, like I said, Zero's like Dan Kuroda. They are going to. He's so popular, they're going to make everything for him.
Well, yeah,
Everything.
He was their flagship Ultraman for like what, 3 years, like 4 years?
Yeah, until Genga came out.
From like the
2009 to like 2012.
Yeah. So that's like
That's like 3-4 years, yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
Flagship Ultraman.
He's cool, man. Zero's a badass. I won't deny it.
Not to mention, he also hosted Ultraman Retsuden. So.
And it's like, oh, we have a series about Belial's son. Well, we have to have Zero in it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just still, and fucking Tiga, when he just showed up, I was not expecting him to show up. I was like, what the fuck?
Just Zero, Tiga. Well, hey man, what's up?
No, Gar was there. Like, we watched the episode. Zero shows up, and I'm like, Zero, what are you doing here? Like, he just shows up out of fucking nowhere. It's like, well, I heard Belial was around, so I have to fucking show up.
He rises from the ground.
That's
my only question. I'm like, you're from space. Why did you come from underground? Were you just Zero? Were you just waiting until Tiger was almost getting killed, and you're like, okay, guess I gotta go.
Hell, fucking like a women swoon over him. That fucking one chick from X is just like Zero-sama. God.
So yes, so the Ultra Replica, Ultra Zero Eye, and the Ultra Zero Bracelet will be available for 10,780 yen.
That's expensive.
And pre-orders end on June 30th, 2020 at 11 o'clock Japanese Standard Time.
That's so cool, though.
It would be cool to have. And the best part is it actually comes with stands.
Oh my god, that's good.
It's like, you know, the one thing the Zero Eye Neo didn't have.
It's probably gonna have like quotes of him going like, 10,000 years too early to beat me.
I don't think it has electronics.
No, it has to. That one does.
The bracelet has electronics, but I don't. Ultra Zero Eye require. Oh yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it has to. It's gotta be able to fucking represent, like, do the sound effects and stuff. Especially if you're using gun mode.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
You mean closed up mode?
Yeah, and it turns into a gun. I like that. I like that it turns into a gun. Everything should be turned into a gun. This controller? Gun.
Speaking of premium items, there is the Herp Derps, trying to remember the name of it, the Supermotion Hero set of Ultraman, Prototype Suit, and Bemular from the 2019 anime.
Oh, so that's like the suit that Hayato wears.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. It's cool.
Oh, it's freaking
And his
amazing.
Bamula.
Yes, Bamular.
With no feet. He's got no feet.
Oh, he has stubs for feet.
Poor guy. Well, I mean, he floats.
He always floats.
Yeah.
He's never really walking around anywhere. He floats.
I just thought that, like, Bamula is not a kaiju. Just, like, all the kaijus that are in this anime are just actual, like, fucking armored beings. Well, except for Dada. Or no. What was it? Adad?
Yeah, Adad.
Adad, yeah.
I read the manga, so I know what Bemular is.
You can't say.
I don't want to say it.
No, I know. I gotcha. He just looks like a guy in a suit. I just can't believe he has no fucking feet.
Got no feet.
He's got no feet.
Got no feet.
Like, you better come with a stand so you can fucking hold him up.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him duking it out in the football field.
Yay, in the second episode that I haven't watched yet.
Yeah, and then there's Ultraman fighting them. Yay. We still need to talk about that anime somehow.
Yeah, we will.
We will eventually.
I mean, people are still wondering when the second season's coming because wasn't it supposed to come out like last 2 months ago?
No. So I was confused, thinking, oh, the second season's coming out in April this year, but it was that its Japanese broadcast was coming out April this year.
Oh, so it's already out.
No, like the first season.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently they didn't get it until a year later.
Oh yeah, because this was only on Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix, man. Keep everything to themselves. It's so special.
I'm gonna go make my own streaming service.
Give us sponsorship, Netflix. We love you.
But speaking of shows, merchandise or early shows, Kaiju Step Wanda
Bada
got greenlit for a second season.
Alright, Super Rock Productions has confirmed the children's anime Kaiju Step Wanda Bada will continue into a second season. Each episode of the series has a 5-minute runtime and is meant to be enjoyed by parents and children. In the second season, new Kaiju from the Ultraman series will join the cast of Kaiju children. So we got Ella Chan, who's Ella King. We got, oh god, Jamila. Oh no! That's terrible! We got Got-chan, Alien Guts. We got Moog-chan, Mugra.
And that's it.
That's it. Oh, fucking Jamila, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
That man, no! That episode was so tragic and sad.
But we gotta make toys.
He sprayed him with water and he just died. Ine was upset. He was like, we shouldn't kill him, he's a human.
Yeah, Kaiju's got roar.
He like went to like another planet and he just
He got lost in space and he breathed space air.
and he just turned into a fucking monster. God damn it.
It's awful.
No, don't use him in a children's show. Not, like, the parents are just gonna be watching and be like, oh god. We're gonna get flashbacks.
Vietnam flashbacks.
Never too young for a Vietnam flashback.
But
It's one of my favorite jokes from like the past 10 years.
speaking of the 70s,
Alright.
so Premium Bandai announced a Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla first appearance figure.
Ooh.
So there are 2 Mechagodzilla figures where he's disguised as Godzilla.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it counts.
Yeah, it
when
counts.
he did show up, it was him as Godzilla.
Yeah, it's a fake Godzilla.
Yeah, and you can tell because you can see some of the silver on him. That's cool. I like that.
So both these figures will be going for 13,200 yen and are scheduled for shipment in October of 2020.
Neat. I'm so glad my Mechagodzilla is still getting the attention he deserves. No, Lane, don't think about Monster Planet. Stop thinking about Godzilla Monster Planet.
Monster Planet doesn't exist.
No.
They're approximately 200 millimeters tall and 100 millimeters wide. But yeah, speaking of Mechagodzilla, we also have a Premium Bandai figure of a luminous figure of Godzilla from Terror of Mechagodzilla from 1975.
Oh boy. That movie everyone loved. It was not really. It was bad.
so far, currently the lowest financial success in the Godzilla franchise.
You can see why.
And I think the second one above that is Godzilla Final Wars. Final Wars tanked.
Well, I liked that movie. It was so fun.
Well, not everyone liked it.
I know. You were actually saying it like yesterday that like you don't like his design in that movie.
I don't really like his design. It's too slim.
Well, that was the thing. Like, I think what they were trying to do is they were trying to make him like look like a simple version of Godzilla. It's just like he's just the giant green grayish monster, and he just does what he does. I liked it, and I liked that he kicked Godzilla's ass. Kicked our Godzilla's ass. Dude, eating fucking bastard.
So yes, this figure will be going for 22,000 yen, and will also be coming out in 2020, in October of 2020.
That's gonna be like $250
for a 30 cents at least of no,
30 centimeters. I don't know.
I was thinking of 30 inches. I'm like,
my phone on me right now, so
neither do I. It looks good.
It's pretty tall.
Yeah. Oh, 11 inches.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's almost a foot.
Yeah, it's almost a foot tall.
Damn, this is a big boy.
And thing also requires 2 AA batteries.
Well, yeah, so you can like.
Yes, that's what Godzilla says.
I would love to just see Godzilla just fucking burp. What if he does in the Dr. Pepper commercial he was in?
Oh my goodness! Of course you bring up the Dr. Pepper commercial.
Yeah.
So you know how we were talking about Blu-ray releases?
Uh-huh.
So we got our next announcement.
Cool! What is it?
Neo Ultra Q.
Wait, what?
So in 2013, to celebrate Super Eye Productions' 50th anniversary, they teamed up with another station to release a 12-episode miniseries called Neo Ultra Q.
So it's like a modern version of Ultra Q?
It's considered the quote-unquote second season of Ultra Q.
Okay. Oh, Pikmon's in it.
That's not Pigmon.
Oh. You can understand my confusion.
Yes, the face. But
you sure it's not Pikmon?
It's not Pigmon.
Okay. It looks like Pikmon. I don't fucking know. That looks like Pigmon. If you want to tell me what it is, and then
I don't know what it is.
Okay,
I've never seen the Ultra Q.
Well, then it's Pikmon.
It's not Pigmon.
How do you know it's not Pigmon? Maybe it's a new version of Pigmon.
It's not Pigmon. Because Pigmon didn't show up in Ultra Q.
It did.
No, Gabadon did. They used the same suits.
Oh, so it's Gabadon then.
I don't know.
Damn it, Gar! You're supposed to be the person who knows all this shit.
Who do you think you are? Savage Caster? Freaking be like, oh, do you know about this kaiju? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, the guy that knows everything about Ultraman.
I never said that I knew what that was. I'm just looking at it, I'm like, gee, it looks like a lot like Pikmon. And you said, well, no, and Ultra Q is Gabadon. So I'm like, okay, then is it Gabadon?
I don't know. Anyways, this is coming out August 11th.
Good for it. You'll probably get it.
I'll probably get it.
Probably once we finish talking about Ultra Q, we'll watch Neo Ultra Q.
Or Ultra Q Dark Fantasy.
Okay.
Or the 1990 Ultra Q film.
Fucking God! How many Ultra Q is there?
Or the radio drama that aired in 2003 to 2004.
We're not doing
No, that we're not talking.
That's too much.
That's too much. Too much Ultra Q. Well, no, not enough Ultra Q. Ultra Q deserves more.
Ultraman was supposed to fucking be the longest running show.
Well, no, it was Ultra Q that won the Guinness World Record for most spin-offs.
Wow.
Because Ultraman is considered a spin-off, and then Ultraseven's a spin-off of Ultraman, and Return of Ultraman's a spin-off of that.
Fucking God.
Yeah, they just considered every other Ultraman show a spin-off from Ultra Q.
Damn it.
And that's how it won the Guinness World Record.
That's stupid. Cool! I like the cover art.
Anyways,
that's totally Pikmon. See, you can't say it's not Pikmon if you don't even know if it's Pikmon or not. So fuck you. Piece of shit.
Anyways, last news story. SSSS Dyna Xenon poster came out. Okay, it's a thing.
If you look really close to the back, I'm pretty sure you can see Auntie standing there.
Either that or it looks like a pole.
I don't think that is him.
No, it's a pole.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Gee, I wonder who Dinah Xenon is.
Probably the guy in the middle there.
Probably the green guy.
No. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting like an all-new cast, but I'm still hoping to God that fucking Auntie's in it.
Auntie should be the... Like, if none of the other characters show up, Auntie should be the only one to make a comeback.
Yes. Because it would make his not dying in the last season, you know, worth it. And not stupid.
We also have character names.
So we got Gauma Yomogi Asanaka, Yumi Minami, and Koyomi Yamanaka, and Chise Asugawa.
Cool.
Cool. Alright.
I don't know who's who.
None of those sound like Auntie. Fucking Great Knight better be in this, man! We're gonna be riding on a fucking dragon.
Dinosaur.
Whatever. Dragon dinosaur.
Dragon dinosaur. This is the same thing.
And this will probably be cool. It'll probably be just as trippy as the original one was.
Watch this be like 10 times worse.
Yeah, you're just gonna judge the first episode and be like, God, the animation's terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you just didn't get the animation at all.
And like, just, I think it was just how fluid everything is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these things are supposed to be like giant monsters and like giant like robots and such. You shouldn't be doing like backflips in the freaking air. Anyways, that's our last news story.
God, no. Okay.
Oh yeah, we have episodes to talk about.
Oh, we got a lot of episodes to talk about.
So, now that Ultraman Tiga, basically any show that we were talking about is now over. Now we got a new batch like Gremlins 2, where we got a bunch of new shows that we have to deal with. I mean, watch. I mean, talk about. Yeah. So, let's dive into our first new show.
So, Ultraseven.
Yeah, Ultraseven. I have a vinyl figure of him.
Yes, you do.
Ultraseven.
So, yeah, Ultraseven, the sequel series to Ultraman. And apparently one of the most, if not the most popular Ultraman series. Because, like, Ultraman, you know, set this thing off, but Ultraseven was apparently the one that, like, everyone talks about, everyone loves. Like, even, in Kaiju Club, like, they were just gushing over Ultraseven and how great it was. So.
And I think I know why. Just from watching this first episode.
Oh.
But we'll get into it. So yeah, debuting on October 1st, 1967, directed by Hajime Tsuburaya, Eiji Tsuburaya's son, and written by Tetsuo Kanshiro. It blew up in ratings. It got 33.7% in ratings.
Fuck.
So I don't know. So that's like what, 1/3 of the Japanese audience watching?
Yeah.
Damn. Damn, boy. But we also got the opening, Ultraseven no Ultra, or the Song of Ultraseven.
It's pretty good. Seven.
It's not our bumper because of recent copyright strikes on the channel. So we gotta work around that. Whatever's there, I hope I did a good job.
We're just gonna use like the schwas.
It'll probably be like the transformation sound effect.
Actually, that sounds better.
Like the transformation sound effect with the orb ring saying the Ultra Hero's name and then the grunt.
Yeah. I do like the opening for the song because it's that cool like paint effect where if you put like a bunch of paint like on a paper and you start like tossing it up and the paint kind of like jumbles, but they did it backwards.
Yeah. So the logo's already made and then they like shuffled it around.
Yeah. So
and then they just reversed the footage.
Yeah. So that I love that effect with paint. Like I remember seeing that as a kid and I tried it once and it was really cool.
I'll take your entire stock.
Yeah, no, the song's cool. It doesn't feel as like awesome as like the first one.
So
The first one's kind of more like memorable and enjoyable.
Someone described it as the national anthem.
It does sound like a national, and the beginning of it sounds like the beginning of Masked Rider's theme song. It's like dun 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 dun. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the opening of Masked Rider.
So yeah, the series begins at night, where some police officers are doing some traffic check work.
Looking for licenses and registrations.
License and registration, please.
And then the guy disappears.
So, typical Tuesday night.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Yep. And so the guy's like, "What? Oh my God! Holy shit!
Oh my God, he's gone! He just vanished from me! Oh my God!" Take it. Take wherever you want me.
So apparently there's a secret alien invasion in the works.
Oh my goodness, no!
So who can stop it? By the Terrestrial Defense Force, or the TDF.
Yeah, TDF's not going to do anything about it. They're going to get their own people a part of it, because apparently the TDF have their own subgroup in the organization called the Ultra Guard.
So that's probably what the inspiration for Guts was.
The TPC.
Tiga, so TPC, and then they had their own subgroup called Guts.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, it's kind of what governments do. They have subgroups for things.
Now, I'm going to say, the Ultra Guard, that's already a cool fucking name.
The Ultra
Sounds
Guard.
awesome. And their fucking outfits? Incredible. They're so fucking nice. And not because they're gray. That is a very, very awesome thing that makes them even better. But
They look like pajamas.
like, it's just something, like, I just really like them because, like, I don't know, the gray stands out more because, like, when you saw them, like, walking around with everyone else, like, all the higher-ups and, like, the other workers, they stood out more.
They didn't look out of place, like, when in the second episode of Ultraman, you have Cap sitting there with government officials. They're all wearing, like, your typical, like, suits where he's wearing, like, the orange outfit.
Yeah.
Where it's definitely... I definitely want to say this about Ultraseven. The quality of the show has gone up.
Oh, boy, has they. After Ultraman, they were like...
Yeah, and keep in mind, they did Ultra Q and Ultraman, like, back-to-back production-wise. So, like, once they were done Ultra Q, they went straight into Ultraman.
Like, it feels like the same thing like what they did with Ginga. Like, Ginga wasn't like that well funded, and then it got interest and popularity, and then they were like, okay, here, go make the proper Ultraman you wanted to make.
Yeah, like, they're still struggling a bit, so we'll let you do this.
Yeah. So Ultraseven feels like what Ultraman always wanted to be. Because, like, Ultraman, they used what they had. And, like, they still did it pretty fucking well. But Ultraseven feels like they got a budget. Because, like, you see all these, like, bigger shots. They have more extras and stuff like that in the background working on stuff.
Not to mention they had 20 weeks, like, between 20 to 30 weeks to work on it. Because once they were done Ultraman, they were working on another show for a different channel. It was called Captain Ultra. It's on the Toei Tokusatsu channel. It ran for like 24 episodes, and then Ultraseven happened. So that's like a good 20 weeks worth of like preparation time to do to like make something, and not have it rushed.
Yeah, but so we do get introduced to our cast of the Ultra Guard.
Yes. So we have the leader of the team, Captain Kiriyama. Which, like, there's a bit of, like, bios written up on them. So, like, he's 38 years old, born in Tokyo, and he's been a part of the TDF for 16 years.
It's not Cap, though.
No, he's not Cap.
He's not, because, like, I don't know, like, this guy has to do some cool stuff to, like, get me interested in him, but, like, he just didn't feel like he had that strong presence like Cap did in Ultraman. Because, like, Cap, when you walked into the room, he owned that room.
Well, I think it's because it's the whole Iruma General Sila thing. It's like, sure, you're the leader of the group, but these
higher ups have you.
But you have your higher ups.
Yeah.
Where Cap, he didn't. Sure, there was the the Paris base, but we never saw the Paris base. So Cap was the leader.
But one of the generals we did recognize.
Yes. So I actually wrote it down in the notes, but I didn't. I should put Ultrafacts in. Oh, here it is. So one of the council members of the TDF, who only shows up in this episode, unfortunately, was played by Akihiko Hirata, who was Dr. Iwamoto in Ultraman.
And
all right, so
Sarazawa or was it Sarazawa?
Yeah, he was Dr. Sarazawa in Godzilla.
Godzilla, yeah.
So the TDF want Kiriyama to get his group together and figure out what the hell is going on, because apparently this isn't the first case of disappearing people. People have been disappearing left and right for like the last few weeks, and we're just getting this information now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dex.
Thank you. So we also got introduced to Soga, age 25 years old, born in Kyushu, and he's been part of the organization for 3 years.
Yeah. There's Agami, who is 24 years old, born in
Nagoya.
At Nagoya. He spent 2 years in the TDF, and he is an expert planner.
He's the tactician.
Yeah, we also have Anna, who doesn't have an age.
I like the narrator was just like, it's rude to mention.
Well, speaking of which, the narrator was actually voiced by Urano Hikari, who voiced Zafi in the during the Showa era.
Hey, there you go. It's narrated by Zafi.
Yeah, and Zafi's just telling everyone in the Land of Light like the story of Ultraseven.
You know, Ultraseven's just looking. Zafi, I'm right here. I could have told the story. Storytelling. It's my story.
You suck at it.
Yeah, you suck at it. Anyways,
let your Uncle Zafi tell you.
Zafi's everyone's dad.
Zafi's everyone's dad.
Like you were saying that Ultraman apparently has a brother. I think Zafi and Ultraman are brothers.
I can see it.
Because, like, they look the same.
Well, that's racist. No. Alright, there's Anna, who's only been... Anne, who's only been in the organization for 2 years. The only female member of the Ultra Guard.
And always will be.
Yeah, and always will be.
Oof.
Born in Tokyo. And we saved him for last. Furuhashi, who is 29 years old, born in Hokkaido.
7 years.
And he is the strongest member of the TDF. But that's not why we saved him for last. He is played by Sandayu Dokuman Mushi, who played Arashi in Ultraman.
Yeah, so they got Arashi's actor to fucking come back as a character, and we were just like, what? So, it's not implied or ever said, but we just put it in our canon that that's Arashi's twin brother.
In a 2016 novel called Ultraman F, apparently he and Arashi are twin brothers, in which Arashi was given up for adoption. He was left with the family. So it's like, I could see that. It could also just be the big coincidence that, hey, they look alike.
Yeah, but I like to think they're twins. So, but yeah, the strongest member and also the most flexible, because when we saw him, he was jumping on a trampoline doing flips and stuff, and I was like, oh, alright,
he's agile. That's
cool. So they all gathered together, and so two of them decided to go off to investigate what's going on.
Yeah, Soga and Furuhashi, in which they drive around in the Pointer.
I love this thing.
Oh yeah,
it's a fucking sick ass car.
Apparently it is a modified 1958 Chrysler Imperial.
Ooh.
Which there's actually a YouTube video of someone that has a custom built one in Japan. Which the video link will be in the description. It's a great video. I recommend it. But yeah, they're just driving around. They're just moving right along, and they bump into this strange guy wearing yellow. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
You got a name?
He's Dan Moriboshi. Dan Moriboshi.
Alright.
So, yeah, so it's established that in Ultraseven, he's just here. He's already, he has a human form, He's already on Earth. Like, we don't really get, like, a proper origin as to why he's here.
Apparently, that's explained in episodes 14 and 15.
Oh, why he's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like they're just ignoring it. It's just we're saving it for later.
Okay. Until we get there, though, I kind of have a better idea of how they could have introduced them. So I feel like, because, like, he shows up, and then he just talks to them like, oh, I know what's going on, like, and they're like, well, why should we trust you? And, like, it's, like, they activate, like, a smoke screen to, like, kind of get him out of the way, and they're like, ha ha ha, we got rid of him, and then you just see him, it cuts to them sitting on the roof of their car, just going, ha 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 ha, you guys are funny. And he's like, get the fuck off there! Get the hell out of my car, old man!
And then, like, the
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Right, yeah, like the police drive by and like he's trying to warn them. It's like, get off the road,
and car disappears.
Yeah.
But like, how I feel like he should have been introduced was like, who are you? Oh, I'm Dan Morboshi. Oh, you're the new recruit we've been waiting on. Like, cause he kind of just like goes with them, tells like they trust him because he knows what's going on, and then he brings them back to their base, and they're like, oh, it's just Dan Morboshi. He knows what's going on. Yeah, invisible ship, blah, 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 blah. You should build this thing. And it's like, why should you trust this random fucking guy you just found in the middle of nowhere?
How does he know all this information?
Exactly. So I feel like it should have been, like, he should have just been like, oh, there was a recruit who was being added to the Ultra Guard named Dan Morboshi, and just Ultraseven took him as a host.
Yeah, because, like, you know, like, Dan Morboshi ends up becoming like the 6th member of the Ultra Guard.
Wasn't it the 7th member?
No, the 7th member is Ultraseven. Hence his name.
Oh.
Ultraseven.
Oh. Okay.
But Ultraseven is the first in production history to not have a human host. Ultraseven is Dan Morboshi. He reverts into a human.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they like he brings them back. They bring him back to the base, and then like he explains like what's going on, and it's like, well, it's invisible, so you have to build this atomizer thingy to like see the monster. And it's like, well, can we make this? Oh yeah, your science division should be able to make it pretty freaking quickly. And they're like, all right.
Well, we need the higher ups' approval.
We approve.
All right,
if it can be done super fast, do it. So they build it, and then they use from like. I guess you watch different subtitles from the ones I watch, but it's...
Wait, were yours yellow?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're watching the original Shout Factory DVDs.
Which, it translated it as the super long distance radar.
Okay, so... They... Apparently, it is called the Ultra High Sensitive Radar.
That sounds like a more professional name than the super long distance radar.
Super long.
Oh, Shout Factory, you tried.
Dinosaur Squadron, Sea Ranger.
So, yeah, and so they also deploy their ship.
Trying to find the name of their ship. Just, all the words just blur together.
Made too many notes, Gar.
Yeah. The Ultra Hawk 1.
Yeah, which is actually a pretty awesome fucking jet fighter because it turns into 3 separate jets.
Yeah, it splits apart.
And also they got introduced to the alien for this episode, Alien Cool. And he's all like this little like floaty bastard with like big eyes, and he's like, "Ah, I'm taking your humans suck. You are merely bugs for us to squish you."
We're gonna invade your planet, and by doing so, we're kidnapping your people so that we can understand your psychology and physical attributes.
Yeah, but there's more of us posted around the world, you moron, and you are nothing.
You are nothing to us.
Yeah, he calls them like mere insects that they'll easily squish.
And it's like, blast the ship, but they have the people.
Yeah, we can't risk shooting the ship down.
And we can't even see their ship, so it's a lose-lose situation.
But with the atomizer, they use it and they're able to reveal the ship. Which now I don't know if the ship itself was just always red, or it's because the atomizer made it red.
I'm
guessing the atomizer just stopped it from being invisible.
Yeah, because, well, it's not invisible. It's kind of like what the helicarrier did in the Avengers movie. where it has like panels to make it look like the sky.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the atomizer discolored, basically altered the coloring so that they could actually see it.
Okay, yeah, and so like they blast it, and then they follow it down to a chasm, which it like sets down in like a canyon, and then the ship's following it in the canyon, but then it shoots the ship down, and they crash.
Releases some drones.
Yeah, releases some drones, and so then Dan Moroboshi feels like he has to get involved. Which before he turns into Ultraseven, he does something else, which was surprising.
Yeah, so...
Man, you remember Pokemon?
Hey, remember where... Did you ever watch that old Did You Know Gaming videos about Pokemon? And how they mentioned that, Pokemon was based on Ultraman? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where also Capsule Corp got the idea, where Akira Toriyama got the idea for Capsule Corp.
Wow. Yeah, that's the other thing about Ultraseven. It was very heavily inspired a lot of shit.
So, Dan Moroboshi carries around in his pocket kaiju capsules. Kind of like how the Ultra capsules in Geed work.
Yep.
Where it's like he like tosses it and it releases kaiju capsules. For instance, Windom is our first kaiju.
It's like this like robotic chicken.
Yeah. And apparently in the book Eiji Tsuburaya, Master of Monsters, they were just intending to just reuse monsters from Ultraman because it would have been cheaper and quicker. But they were like, no, we should probably make some original kaijus for this show. Just in case. Because they were originally going to have them be like, Go Gomora, or like basically kaijus we've already seen before.
Oh, I would have loved to be someone Gomora. But I mean, that happens in Mega Monster Battle, right?
Yeah.
Which I hope we get to talk about that show someday.
We'll talk about it. I have a feeling we'll talk about it next year.
Imagine that got released on Blu-ray through Mill Creek.
That would be great. Both seasons?
Yeah. I mean, you're already releasing the Zero movie with them in it. Does Toei have the rights to that? Or Super have the rights to that show?
They have the rights to everything.
Okay, cool.
I think the only thing that's not getting a release are like the click shows.
Okay. You know what? If Mill Creek releases Mega Monster Battle on Blu-ray, I will buy all of that. Because I like the concept of that series. I think it's really cool. And I like Ray. Ray's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good character. Yeah, so Windom, pretty cool dude. I think he was about to be destroyed though by the drones because he smashed a couple of them, and then one was about to shoot him down.
Yeah, they merged together to fire their focus their
like
attack.
a magneton.
Yeah, magneton.
And then so Dan, I guess, worried about Windham's safety, so he reverted back because I think he was literally about to get his fucking ass kicked.
Yeah, he's like, Windham returns.
So I feel like we're gonna have an episode where Windham just gets his fucking ass kicked and gets destroyed, and we're gonna be like, no, Windham! And then Dan's just like, alright, I gotta do this. So we don't get the proper transformation sequence, but he jumps in the air and then he just has the
Ultra Eye,
and then you just hear the.
Yeah. That may be because the stock footage that they have of the transformation sequence already has him wearing the Ultra Guard uniform.
Yeah, so they just had to do a really quick one.
Yeah, so it's it shows his face and then they cut it and it went straight to the Ultraseven suit. And
Ultraseven's design's nice. I like it because it's different.
He looks very different from comparing him to Ultraman. He's more red than silver.
And he doesn't have a color timer.
Yeah, so apparently the color timer that originated on Ultraman was a last ditch, was a last modification thing that they included onto the suit, where the suit designer hated it.
Oh.
So when working on Ultraseven, he didn't want that. So Ultraseven he does not include a color timer.
No.
Instead, he has a thing on his forehead called the energy lamp or beam. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the proper name of it at the moment. But, yeah, I kind of like his look a bit more. He has a more samurai look, if you think of it.
Yeah, because he's got, armor on him. It's got a lot of star myths.
It doesn't have star moves.
Oh, I thought that's what the bumps are?
Oh, no, it's just, a guarding.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm stupid.
Ultraseven doesn't deserve those.
But the first time we see him, goes human size.
Yeah, he's human size.
Yeah, so he and how he defeats Alien Cool is just really anticlimactic. He just rushes into the ship, destroys his equipment, looks over at Alien Cool, throws his ice slugger at him, and just cuts him in half. And then it's like a 10-second shot of just Alien Cool being like, and
Just dead.
Dead. Finds the missing humans, deactivates the gravity, gets them out.
Now, apparently there was an extended version of the script of the first episode of Ultraseven where they were going to go into space to rescue the humans from their planet, and then Ultraseven was going to fly back and rescue them. But unfortunately, time constraints, we don't have time for that.
So that's why it probably felt really just fucking quick and over with.
Oh yeah, did you not notice that also felt really choppy?
Yeah.
He pulls the lever on the door, next shot is them already outside running towards the Ultra Guard. By the way, the Ultra Guard passed out from the crash of the Ultra Hawk. That's why they didn't notice Dan Moriboshi turning it into Ultraseven. And the episode kind of just ends with Ultraseven taking the spaceship, taking the spacecraft, tossing it outside, tossing it out into space, and then just blowing it up.
Yep. And then it cuts to them being back to the Ultra Guard, just being oh man, glad that Dan Moriboshi guy was here to help. And then General comes in and he's well, meet your new member.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Dan Moriboshi. So again, those uniforms are just, and it's cool. They actually made a figure art of Dan Moriboshi.
He's that popular.
Yep.
He got a figure art of his human form.
Yeah, not Hayata.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah. So honestly, good first episode. I think the quality's there. I like the Ultra Guard, the concept of them and everything.
I don't know about you, but did the episode feel longer to you?
It did. It felt fucking long.
It
was only supposed to be 24 minutes, but
it's a 25-minute episode. And I'm okay, it's probably longer than Ultraman's first episode. No, Ultraman's first episode's also 25 minutes. So I was wondering, why does this feel longer than Ultraman does?
I think it's just because we got a lot more context. So we had a lot to introduce. It's we have our main character, our organization, the members within our organization, what's going on, the vehicles, the abilities. So we had a lot to put in one episode. So that's why it felt long, because it was just a lot in it.
Yeah, and from what I was reading on, Ultraseven's apparently meant to be a more mature show than Ultraman was.
Oh yeah, it's probably especially because we're going to see a lot of cuts of just Ultraseven fucking cutting kaijus in half.
Well, not even that, but the storylines itself are going to feel more preteens, adults than oh no, the Boy Scouts lost their food, so now the kids have to go and find more people.
Send the kids, not the fucking adults.
Yeah, it's gonna be more how do we do this stuff? With science.
With science. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited for what Ultraseven's gonna deliver. I think it's gonna be great. So, I'm ready for more.
I'm ready for more too. Ultraman Great!
Now let's go on to something a little more lackluster, but still interesting.
So, you're all probably thinking, okay, you're going to talk about Dyna next, because you did Ultraman Tiga, so it's going to be Ultraseven and Dyna. Not quite.
Not yet.
Not just yet. So, before we move on to Dyna, we have another show that we wanted to talk about, and that is the first full-length Ultraman show that was made outside Japan. And that is Ultraman Towards the Future. Or in Japan, it's Ultraman Great. So...
It's the Australian Ultraman.
Yeah, it's the Australian Ultraman.
It's an Ultraman based in Australia.
Which I'm thinking, oh, okay, they filmed it in Australia. Okay, it's going to be set in America or something. No. It's set in Australia. I'm wow. So,
I was gonna say this from the first episode we watched, it's forgive my pun, it's not that great, but it's interesting. It's not terrible. Like, there's actually some pretty good, like, original stuff in concepts here, and it's, like, not awful. So, like,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So it starts on Mars.
In space.
And so we got these two astronauts. They're exploring Mars, probably looking for the dumpster. Who fucking knows? I mean, that was on the moon, but
hey, if Power Rangers taught us anything, air is breathable in space.
yeah, really. So we get introduced to our main character, Jack Shindo, and I guess he's half Japanese, half Australian.
I'm sorry, just Jack Shindo.
Well, okay, Gar, when you have a character named Dan Moriboshi, Jack Shindo's not that bad.
I know, but it's like it sounds like such an American name.
But he's Australian.
And then Shindo.
Yeah, Jack Shindo. And then you got his partner, Stanley Haggard.
See, that sounds like an actual name. It's like Jack Shindo sounds like two first names.
Shindo!
Together. We found a way to bring the joke back, everyone.
Yay. Yeah, so I'm guessing he's half Australian, half Japanese, because he did kind of look Asian.
Maybe he's like Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah.
His mother was Asian.
His mother's Japanese, his father was American.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go, if you have not watched Buckaroo Banzai, you need to watch that. It's an interesting movie. I bought it on Blu-ray off Shout Factory. So I want to rewatch it again.
Not to mention the Shout Factory Blu-ray does come with a 2-hour retrospective of the original cast coming back, talking about their experience of working on it.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun to watch.
2 hours.
We need to watch that itself.
Yeah. So while exploring Mars, the two astronauts encounter a new species. An evil life form known as Gudis.
Gudis.
Which apparently he'll be showing up in Ultraman Z. Because this aired on North American television in 1992. It didn't reach Japan until 1995.
Shit.
A year before Tiga came out.
Oh man.
I don't know why.
And why didn't this show pick up in the West, Gar?
I originally thought it was because of Power Rangers, but when looking at the air dates, Ultraman came out like a good year before Power Rangers. But
I guess it just didn't.
Giant man in suit.
This doesn't seem
just
cool.
Didn't sound cool.
But a giant robot though. Yes.
Well, I mean, if you compare Greats fighting with, say, like Zyuranger stock footage, because you gotta compare Zyuranger, because the majority of the first season of Mighty Morphin was just Zyuranger footage.
Yep.
It's night and day.
Yep.
Ultraman's very static with its fighting, where Zyuranger it's full on martial arts.
Yeah, so they see this monster and they're just the kaiju and they're just like, oh fuck, so like they gotta get back to like their ships. I mean, I forgot what they were doing. I guess they were just trying to find life forms or something.
They were like according to the narrator, they were just on an expedition.
Okay, so they're probably because like we're trying to even today, like in 2020, we're still trying to like find reasons to make Mars habitable so we can put life on Mars.
Yeah.
Because like if Earth gets fucked, Mars is our second best chance of survival. So like one of them decides to like get to the ship so they can contact for help.
Yeah, Stanley Haggard, because so Ultraman Great shows up.
Yeah, he just shows up.
He just shows up
in all his spandex wearing goodness. Gar does not like the spandex suit.
Alright, I think I need to
explain
a bit. It's not that I don't like the watching the first episode twice, I've gotten used to it now. It's that when Great's around everyone else who is in a latex suit, or not latex, it's like whoever the suits are made of, I could be right with the latex thing. He looks so out of place.
I getcha. I like the spandex though. It just makes him look like stand out more.
It makes him look more cheap than like everyone else.
And that's the thing. Like I think that's what they were trying to do. Is like this just feels like a cheap attempt at Ultraman.
We're not putting all of our money into it.
So I feel like that's why Subaraya just wasn't. They weren't confident in this working, but they're like, we'll do what we can, but we're not going full ham on this. So, but like, I like his suit. I love the sound of his fucking color timer. It's just like, just like a basic like alarm noise, and then like, Great's grunts were just like basic, I guess. I can't even remember what they were, honestly.
It was like, True.
So he's fighting, and unfortunately, Stanley dies. He gets blown up.
Where's your big book of animals?
No, that's Stanley.
Oh, okay.
No. But yeah, he gets blown up in the ship, and Jack unfortunately gets stranded on Mars. But he looks up at Great, and Great's just like, "Oh, hey there, buddy. You look cute." Ah! No, it didn't happen.
But hey, you don't need to take our word for it. Take the narrator's word for it. What in the hell? I'm not even like.
Gar hated this.
Okay, the narrator concept I don't mind.
You just don't like when he's explaining shit that's already happening on screen.
It's like
the people are watching in awe at this cosmic event.
Yeah, like it felt like we were watching like what are they called?
Documentaries?
No, friggin' caption things for people that are blind that watch television.
Oh, closed captioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I watched like for some reason it was on television one day. It was like an episode of like a Disney show, which it had that, and it would overtalk over the audio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that makes
because it's the narrator explaining what's happening in the scene while the actual characters are talking. Because like you can't tell by their dialogue.
Yeah. So it's like
I'm walking in the classroom now. I'm going to over there and talk to my friend Lisa. Like they're not going to say that in the show.
No.
So.
But it's like he's explaining what we see on screen.
Yeah, it's the Inuyasha effect, as I like to call it.
Yeah, it's
oh my god, Inuyasha's being attacked by the giant demon! We already saw him being attacked by the giant demon. You don't need to fucking say it again.
Yeah, he's like Jack Shindo is now stranded on Mars with no contact to Earth. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we know, we can see it.
Yeah, so Jack's stuck on Mars. We don't know what happened to him.
But Ugly Martian's gone.
Sure. So then we cut to Australia.
Down under.
Where we meet the Universal Multi-Purpose Agency, or UMA.
The UMA.
And its workers are Gene Echo, Kim Schauman, Charles Morgan, Lloyd Wilder, and they're commanded by the great Captain Arthur Grant,
aka Major Chip Hazard.
Yeah, he kind of had that effect, but like
just without the who voiced Chip Hazard again?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, just no Tommy Lee Jones.
So of course in this organization, because being like a North American, like a Western show, well. Australia's technically east.
Well, it's a Western.
Yeah, it's for a Western audience. Yeah. You gotta have a diverse cast. So, you gotta have a couple white people, you gotta have a black person, Asian person.
British guy.
Well, no, I think they were all the people are Australians. But no, I like that. I always like diversity. I like a diverse cast in shows. It's always good. I like even when Japan does that sometimes.
Like, it makes the show feel like more diverse.
Yeah, which in Ultraseven, one of the higher ups was also a white dude, but they dubbed him over in Japanese, and I was like, God damn it! I don't like when they do that. Like I like in modern shows now where they actually have like the characters speaking their native tongue.
Oh, you mean like when we were watching Battle Fever J? Hello, how are you?
Fucking what's her Diane's father?
Yeah, Diane's father.
Oh, we have this translator computer thing that's
right in our face,
talking, and then just we assume she has that around her for the rest of the show. God damn it!
When she's actually around.
Yeah, so they're picking up like something.
So when Ultraman, we were like talking to each other while watching this, and I went back to the notes. So apparently, when Ultraman Great defeated Gudis, his life force energy went to Earth. And it infected some creatures. So in a sense, the kaijus of the show are basically just mutated Gudis kaijus.
Oh, okay. Which fucking kaiju we saw on Earth. Ugh.
Where was that thing hiding?
Like, it was this creature thing, and then it had, like, a lizard penis head thing. It was weird. Like, it was on his dick.
It was a twin brain Earth beast bowgun.
Bowgun, yeah, but he had, like, a...
Imagine twin tail fused with Gorosaurus.
Yeah. It was weird. Like, I'll give him props for, like, originality, but, like, fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, Jack Shindo merged with Ultraman Great to
So
get.
he's back on Earth. And
He's back.
He's spying on people.
He's back on Earth, and Jack Shindo only knows that this is just the beginning.
Yeah, he's got like the fucking sunglasses, trying to be as discreet as possible, but he can't.
This isn't a disguise. This is just us going to a baseball game.
So like Gene, I guess like Gene and Jack have like a past of some kind, like a love life, like a love that for each other or something.
A will they, won't they thing. I don't know.
Yeah. So she misses Jack. Like she said that like he's gone.
Well, because when they got the information back from Mars, there was just no confirmation on bodies whatsoever.
And so
she's like, where is he?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And we got Charles and Lloyd, who are kind of like the comic reliefs, which I like those two. They were fun. And like, I think Lloyd makes like a funny, or Charles makes a funny joke at some point where like they're talking about the monsters.
Oh no, it was Lloyd.
Oh, it was Lloyd?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Lloyd's the oh, how do I put this?
Black guy?
Yeah.
Gar, it's okay to say he's the black guy. It's not racist.
He is the man of color.
Yeah.
Trying to be PC about this.
It's okay. He's the black guy.
Yeah.
And like Captain Morgan's like, oh, you gotta go attack the monster.
Yeah, he's like, no questions asked. Like, spray the monster down. And Lloyd's like, wait, you don't want me to take it to lunch first?
And then you just see Charles like making like a weird thumbs up.
Yeah, like he pats Lloyd on the shoulder. He's like, hey, good joke.
Nice joke. And I was like, and so like I guess Jean like crashes, or no, she was in it was Kim who was in the Jeep, which is a pretty fucking cool Jeep. She had like a giant cannon on it.
Okay, you ready to see some? You ready to hear some crazy things?
Sure.
Okay, so Kim was in the Jeep.
Yep.
The Jeep is called the Salt.
Okay.
You know what the jets are called?
What?
The Hummers. They're called the Hummers when they're jets.
Yeah, because the Hummer's a car. It's like a giant SUV.
How confusing would that be? We're like, I'm taking the Hummer. You hop in a jet. It's like, Hummer's over there, guys.
I guess the jets hum loudly, so that's why they're called Hummers. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's an Australian term.
It's probably an Australian.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of Australian stuff that we don't get. But yeah, so like Jean, she's like injured or something like that, and so
the bowgun. Got her.
Yeah, so Jack finds her, and she's like, it's like, oh Jean, and she's like, what, Jack? I thought you were dead. And it's like, oh, you gotta believe me, like that the monster's here to attack you. So why should I believe you? You've been dead. Blah, 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 blah. It's like it's really bad acting. And, like, it's just, Jack's like, you gotta believe me, like, I wouldn't steer you wrong. And she's like, oh, man.
Like, we can't beat that thing. There are two, like, the reason they didn't attack is because there are still people in the city.
Yeah.
Or at least on the mainland. Because their base is on, like, a small island off of Australia.
Mm-hmm. Which it was cool, like, when they were deploying, like, their vehicles and stuff, like, the effects looked awesome.
Wait, so how did Kim drive the
I feel like it's like a Lightspeed Rescue base kind of thing where there's like a road that's like underground,
that's
underwater.
It.
Yeah. But yeah, Kim like fires the cannon and stuff like that at Bogan, and it's not doing anything. So then Jack is like, oh, like, don't worry, I got this.
Jean passes out. So like Jack's like, I'm gonna turn into
Ultraman. So he transforms using a necklace.
But the Delta Plasma Pendant.
The Delta Plasma. That sounds like such a non-Ultraman device. Like you have the G Riser, the Orb Ring, the Rube Gyro, the Tiga Spark, the
Delta
Plasma Pendant? That sounds nothing like Ultraman.
may I remind you, Lane, that in the dub of Ultraman, they called the color timer a warning light.
Oh, what's your favorite Ultraman transformation device? Oh, mine's the Delta Plasma Pendant. Sorry, the what? Yeah.
There's a premium Bandai item of it.
The premium band Ultra Replica Delta Plasma Pendant.
Yes.
Is there actually one?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's not an Ultra Replica, but it's an actual pendant.
Alright. And so we got Great's transformation. They can't even get that fucking right. Like, it's just a shot of him, like, in the city, and then he just grows bigger. And I'm like, you can't even do the proper shot of him, like, like him stretching his fist out or whatever, like, towards the camera.
Lane, this is for an American audience. How, like you think an American audience would be like, oh, yeah, it's cool. I'm texting on my imaginary phone because it's 1992 and I don't have a text phone.
Like, even in fucking Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, they did that.
Well, yeah, but that's because it was, like, stock footage. We had no choice.
Anyways, I didn't like it. I thought it was terrible. So it's a disgrace to Ultraman, I think. But then you got, like, what?
Nothing.
Okay. But then, like, he's fighting, it's not even that great. And...
I think some of the shots are good.
Yeah, like, it's not all bad, but, like, it just doesn't feel like Ultraman.
You know what it feels more like? Feels like one of those shows from the from the early 90s.
Yeah.
Like one of those Nickelodeon live action shows. Friggin' classic Doctor Who, Red Dwarf. Like, it felt like that show because of just how the show was filmed.
So, like, it just... Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the music is... Yeah, they heavily went with Star Trek feel of it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Friggin' the opening felt like a Star Trek freaking thing. And apparently, Arthur, the captain, he reminded me a bit of Thunderbolt Ross because he's like, blow it up, it may be an enemy. It's like, but sir, it's attacking the monster. And then what?
Yeah, like, he's like, even though it's like, nothing giant is friendly. Like, nothing giant is on our side.
The information that we got back from the Maz, from the Maz workers, they referred to the creature as Ultraman. He actually said that.
He actually said that.
He actually said that.
That's just great. Ultraman Great.
I don't think they refer to him as Ultraman Great in the show.
No, I think he's just Ultraman in this.
So why is his name Great? That's
I wonder why Japan decided to dub him Great. We gotta look more into that.
Yeah.
So he defeats Bogan, and Jack Shindo rides off and
becomes a Kamen Rider.
Yeah, and the narrator's just like, whoa.
No one must know about Jack Shindo's secret identity as Ultraman, warrior of the stars, or savior from the stars.
Yeah. So it's like, great, it's another one of those things where it's like, oh, I can't tell you Ultraman.
Oh, good thing the show only lasted 13 episodes. There was going to be a second season in the movie.
Oh, boy.
Where he goes to Japan to team up with the original Ultraman.
Oh, my goodness. That actually would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Ultraman Great, we're not in for the long run, but, like, you know, it's just going to be one of those things where it is what it is. So it's either just going to be really bad or tolerable.
Or funny.
Yeah, like like I said, this isn't bad. It's just like it's not the Ultraman I'm used to, and it's like the first English adaptation, like attempt at it. So like I gotta cut them some slack. They tried with what they got, so.
Dinah time?
Oh baby, yeah. So here we are, folks, the moment I've been waiting for since fucking episode whatever when Dinah showed up in the Origin Saga and I started falling in love with Dinah.
I think episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, so we're finally talking about it, Ultraman Dyna. No, it didn't come out on Crunchyroll like we wanted, but fuck Crunchyroll, they betrayed us.
Well, it was because of acting, like actor licenses.
Yeah. But yes, so Ultraman Dyna, the sequel to Tiga.
heavy sequel to, well, not heavy sequel to Tiga, more like the Kamen Rider Agito of Ultraman.
Yeah, I feel it has that kind of Agito feel to it, where it's like, Tiga's mentioned, but it's just not really brought up.
I honestly wouldn't pass, like I honestly can see, like, Kuga and Agito getting inspiration from Tiga and Dyna.
Mm-hmm.
Just how they're both but I think Dyna has a better interconnection, or at least like has a better connection with Tiga.
Yeah.
Where in like Agito it was like brought up once or twice and then that was it. Here it's definitely a sequel.
But yeah, so we're gonna talk about the first 2 episodes because technically it's like a 2-parter.
Yeah,
premiere.
It's a two-parter premiere. A New Light. In which, what are the odds? This episode, the 2-parter starts off on Mars. Is Ultraman Great gonna show up again?
Imagine, that'd be awesome. Just have a quick, like, just dead corpse just on the surface of Mars.
Just a dead corpse of Great.
Jack Shindo. Just his glasses are there on a skeleton. That'd be funny. But yeah, so it's the 21st century, 2017 apparently, because apparently it takes place 7 years after Tiga.
Yeah, so, yeah. I've always known that Dyna took place in the year 2017. But for Tiga, I thought it was 10 years, not 7 years. So yeah, this takes place 7 years after Ultraman Tiga, 5 years after Final Odyssey.
And Japan had a lot of high hopes for what 2017 was going to be like, huh?
They were expecting us. They expected in 20 years we would reach Mars.
I guess so, and like colonize it, have a base and shit.
Yeah.
So, so the TPC is still a thing.
Yes, it shockingly enough still a thing.
Yeah, I think Guts still exists, but now we have Super Guts.
So I think,
because I saw some of the trainees in these episodes had like regular Guts uniforms because they were like in old school Guts wings. They had the actual Guts uniforms on. So I think Guts is like, I think it's just like you were training to be in Super Guts because like Super Guts is like the better team.
well, they were actually all part of another small organization inside the TPC, the Zero Squad, which they're mostly just pilots.
Okay.
So, Super Guts is basically the next generation of Guts.
Yeah.
So
and if you watch the Tiga movie like we did, you got to see some of these characters.
Yeah, who we didn't know. We
so
also still don't know.
We got introduced one of them, like Mai, like the kind of cheery girl.
Yeah.
She was the high schooler that we saw in the Tiga movie. So. But yeah, we get I'm just trying to figure out where this started. Well,
oh wait, the Earth? Like when they're on Earth?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's scroll down here, because my notes are very long.
Yeah, I know you went ham.
Yeah, I went ham on this. Oh, it's the premiere of episodes. So we see on Earth 2 members of Super Guts, Koda and Ryo, and basically they're looking for new members of Super Guts. It's never explained what happened to regular Guts, but it's just.
I think it's still a thing.
Either that or got disassembled and then reestablished as Super Guts.
I mean, we don't have the pyramid anymore.
Yeah, they moved the TPC headquarters. They're no longer out in the freaking ocean.
Yeah.
Which, if you really think of it, that's probably a smart move to have your base
on land. On
land? Not out in water? Seriously, how many times did that base get attacked while it was out in water?
Well, that's the thing, too, is that even like, now that they have like a new base, they have proper defenses. Like they have like turrets and stuff like that. Because at one point in the episode, like a kaiju tries to like attack them, and like they have these defenses that are just like immediately just going fucking ham on it.
But it does nothing, of course. So yeah, we're introduced to 2 of the candidates that are quite possibly going to become members of Super Guts. One of which is Herpaderps, I wrote his name, Fudo Takaru, and Shin Asuka.
Yeah, so our main character, Ultraman Dyna, is Shin Asuka, and I have to say, I love this man. He is already 1,000 times better than Daigo in terms of personality.
Because he actually has a personality?
Yes, he has a personality. He's got, like, this, like, kind of, like, fire within him, and, like, he's so driven, and he wants to prove that, like, how awesome he is, and, like, he's like a really awesome pilot.
It reminds me of like the mid-2000s like Red Rangers from Super Sentai. Like they're very energetic, they're very pumped up, but they're not like what they were during the 2010s, where it's like bona fide, or like, you know, moronic to the point of stupidity.
Yeah, and like they're and so like we see these two characters, they're fighting on the land strip, like airstrip or whatever like that, in the grass, and like there's people like betting on them and stuff, and like it's super funny. Like you can tell during their fight that they had like several takes, because like you can tell on like Asuka's back that he's like super sweaty. So like they were definitely taking a long time to like do these shots for this fight. And it's funny, like he's fighting this guy, and he even pulls like a trick where he's like, "Oh, sir!" and like he like stands to attention. He's like, "What?" There's someone there, gets behind him. Ha!
He doesn't punch him.
He does like 1,000 years of pain.
The 1,000 years of death.
He sticks 2 fingers up his
butt.
And so like it doesn't show who wins, because then they get interrupted, right?
No, Asuka won.
Yeah, Asuka won. And so like it just shows like he's has fired like huge fiery determination. We learned about his father as well. His father was apparently like a really legendary pilot.
Yeah, Kazuma Asuka. Who
we did see in a flashback.
Yeah, we saw in a flashback, and apparently he's much like Red Rangers and Power Rangers nowadays. He's been freaking gone for the last few years because apparently
it's sucked into like a lighter dimension or something.
The light engulfed him, in which he just vanished.
Dinah's his dad.
Dinah's his dad.
His dad's Dinah.
My dad works for Dinah.
My dad works for Ultraman. But yeah, so, and like, you know, he's also like a womanizer too, like, cause like the chick who's like recruiting, he's like, "Oh, you're cute, like, you should go on a date," and she's like,
no, he was saying that to Mai.
Oh.
He was just saying.
Well, he was flirting with her, saying like she was pretty.
Oh, you got pretty fast. Oh, you're pretty.
And she's like, thanks.
Yeah,
Can you be serious about this?
Yeah, it's like we're about to go into orbit and do some practice runs, which I guess I didn't realize until now. The Guts Wings were able to fly into the atmosphere.
Well, I mean, it's been 7 years. Maybe they like upgraded them.
They could have upgraded them, but then again, they're just using the old Guts Wings for test pilots.
Yeah, so like they have different mode settings. They have like a practice mode and like a serious mode, because like they're fighting each other and like dog fighting and stuff like that. And Asuka's like, "Ha! I get you guys!" And then like these like fucking orb things show up and start like attacking them, and they get into serious like attack mode. And like a bunch of them, like I think a couple of recruits die, but like the main and majority of them all survive the incident. But Asuka, he gets attacked, and he's forced to eject out of his Guts Wing.
And he's just floating up in space.
Floating in space, and then
waiting for death.
Yeah, and then he sees like this light, then something's calling out to him, and then wakes up in a bed. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Right? Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was just a dream.
Yeah, like three. Was it 3 times?
It was like 2 times he woke up from a dream.
Yeah, 2 times in a row he woke up from a dream, and like first time he wakes up, Mai's there because like, you know, taking care of him because he was passed out, and that was when he was like, "Hey, you're cute. Let's go on a date." And she's like,
"Team, you try, bitch."
Charming. And it's like, well, what did the captain say? "Oh, you know, our new recruit's very ballsy, but I like his confidence. Thanks." Wait, new recruit?
Yeah. So, When the first time I watched this episode, I was confused. I didn't realize that they were on Earth. Like the Super Gut Space was on Earth. I thought they were on Mars the whole time. So I thought this whole show was going to take place on Mars.
An eco-friendly Mars.
Honestly, I see that wouldn't work well if the whole show took place on Mars because it'd be boring.
No, make the show look like it has no budget.
Yeah. So it's just that they get called to Mars because one of their bases is being attacked, like one of their colonies.
Mm-hmm.
So Asuka gets introduced into the Super Guts team, and I gotta say their uniforms, so good.
I like the red. What would you say? Gray?
Yeah, red, gray, black, a little bit of black on it.
Yeah.
They look nice. But we get introduced to our captain, Captain Hibiki, and as I said in Ultraseven with Kiriyama just being, not being a strong presence in the room and stuff like that, Captain Hibiki, this man just, fucking breeds, strength and confidence and determination when he's in the room. My god, this man's so awesome.
Welcome to Super Guts. What are you fighting for, soldier?
Yeah, and he's just like, alright, you guys, Super Guts, let's fucking go! Deploy! And they're all like,
Raja!
Raja! And they do a thumbs up, but I love Captain Hibiki. It's he feels like Munakata and Aruma just fused into one fucking being.
It's like if Munakata was
if he was the actual captain instead of Aruma was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I am down for Hibiki. After the first 2 episodes, already super down for him. And, he shows to be a pretty confident leader. He even joins them in the fight and stuff. And, later on, Asuka fucks up and, he's talking down to him and stuff and, trying to get him to learn a lesson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so they go to Mars because, those sphere,
Yeah, the alien sphere thing.
Yeah, the alien spheres, they're actually referred to as spheres.
Okay.
In the second episode, they're we're now calling them the spheres. It's no shit.
Just quoting Carl from fucking Jimmy Neutron. Why do all these episodes end in fear?
so they go to Mars and it's because the spheres land on Mars, in which it grows into this Darabi. It's known as the
it's this kind of rock spider thing.
Yeah, they're known as synthetic beasts. So Dyna actually has a trend going on in the first 2 episodes where both kaijus are known as the synthetic beast.
Yeah, but I liked this first one they fought because it was this weird rock creature and it was really cool. It was on 4 legs and
that grows into an actual kaiju. It's oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so we get their launching sequence for their ships and stuff like that. We get this really cool song where you hear this kind of voice doing that. Because that's the thing, I like that in music because in Gundam Build Fighters, there's literally a song where it's just the Gunplas are battling and you hear this
so repetition music.
Yeah, repetitive vocals. I really like that in songs.
So I guess Dr. Yao perfected his Maxima Overdrive because this is known as Neo Maxima. Overdrive,
and they're able to warp to Mars just fucking instantaneous.
Yeah, and they got there in their new vehicles because freaking screw the Art Desi and the Snow White. We have the Guts Eagle.
Ooh, I'll miss the Art Desi.
What happened to the Art Desi?
Do you know what I feel like it is?
What?
So you know how in Lost Galaxy, the Astro Mega Ship was just a museum piece?
Yeah.
That's what they probably did with the Art Desi. It's just somewhere in a museum. There's a Guts museum.
It's weird because in Lost Galaxy, did they not fly around?
That's how they flew. That's how they flew everywhere outside of Terraventure. Whenever they had to go somewhere else, they used the Astro Mega Ship because Alpha was still on it.
That's weird.
Because the Green Ranger, he was a mechanic, so he's like, oh, I want to fly this thing.
Oh yeah, Damon.
Yeah, Damon.
But couldn't transform into the Astro Mega Ship Megazord, right?
So I'm kind of hoping in Dyna there's just a Guts museum, and they're the Art Desi, man, this thing was a state-of-the-art ship back in the day. I would have loved to have flown on this with the original Guts crew.
It's weird that they don't use. I'm guessing they probably used it to get to Mars because think of it, it holds a lot of people.
It does hold, yeah. They evacuated the entire fucking TPC base with Art Desi.
So that's probably what happened. They took the Art Desi to Mars.
Maybe just the old TPC base is still there. Maybe it's like a museum now or something, or just like a second. Like I like to think that TPC have like multiple bases.
Yeah. It's it just makes sense for not to reuse everything. Otherwise, everyone's gonna be like, wait, am I watching Tiga or am I watching Dyna? What's going on?
But I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping there's like a guts museum and like they kind of like go back. It's like, oh man, like fucking not Hori over here. Like again, like another character.
Nakajima.
Yeah, he is like oozing Hori. Like it's not even funny.
It's like if the second person that auditioned for Hori
got
Nakajima's role.
Like he looks up and he sees like a picture of like Hori in the museum or something. He's like, oh man, I would have loved to have worked alongside Officer Hori.
Wonder what he's doing now. He's probably a dad now.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a dad. So I'm hoping we get to see some Tiga characters show up in the show.
They all show up.
They really
like they all get their own character focus episode.
Like even Shinjo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shinjo, Yazumi,
Ruma.
Daigo. Yeah, Ruma. Daigo shows up in an actual episode of Dyna where they acknowledge the crossover that happens beforehand.
Hey, cool. What about Reina?
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, I can't wait for those! It's gonna be awesome!
In which we actually got our first, not really cameo of the series. He's there in mention, General Saiwa. Apparently, it was his mission to, he's currently having bad health at the moment, and that's why he's not at the Mars base.
Probably just had an early retirement.
Yep.
Probably just had an early retirement.
Well, no, he's still a part of TPC. He's just sick at the moment, and he's recovering.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping. So they, best thing about the Guts Eagle is that it can split up like the Ultra Hawk can in Ultraseven. So it's like there's the Gamma, Alpha, and Beta.
Beta, yeah. That's cool. No, I like that the ships can fucking do that.
And unlike Ultraseven, this one actually looks interesting when split up.
Yeah, the one Ultraseven was kind of messy.
Like the Ultra Hawk and Ultraseven look like it was meant to just be one ship.
Yeah.
Where this, it's like if you take it apart, it's at least still interesting.
Yeah, so they're fighting, but like this creature has like a barrier and they can't penetrate it. So it's really hard.
It has its own little force field.
Yeah, and so Asuka, being Asuka, decides, oh, I'm going to try to take this thing my fucking self. So he's running on Mars, he's got his helmet sealed up, he's got a rifle, and he's trying to fucking blast through that thing, it's not doing anything.
Oh, freaking, that thing actually had a name. Flies off, covered force field.
The Galaxy Sniper?
Yeah, the Galaxy Sniper.
The Galaxy Sniper, God.
Yeah, but yeah, like the Alpha crashes, in which Koda's injured in the ship. He's like, go, save yourself. And he's like, fuck that.
Yeah, and so he tries to take down this thing, and he can't, and he's about to fucking get killed. Like,
he would rather go out fighting than losing.
Yeah, so he's being extremely reckless, which is like a character trait I like in a lot of people. And then just this light shines on him, and
gets engulfed in the light.
And turns into da-da-da-da!
Ultraman Dyna!
Dyna! Whee! Yeah, the Dyna Vinyl.
Yeah, in which they actually, did the one thing we were expecting.
Yes!
Just, Tiga?
Tiga? No.
That one's different.
And I was like...
But it is an Ultraman.
Yeah.
Which means we're good.
And I'm just like, thank you! Thank you for doing the one thing I wanted them to do in this show, where they see Dyna and they're like, Tiga? Which you can see in his design that he has a kind of Tiga thing going on. Like he's got the red, he's got like
the gold,
the gold like chest arc on him, like Tiga does. He has blue on him this time instead of purple.
Yeah, I guess they're now using green screens and not blue screens.
Yeah. And then just like the most unique thing about him is he's got like a front horn.
Yeah. His fin at the top actually curves.
Yeah, into a horn.
Yeah.
So, which just it looks cool. I like it. I like Dyna's design a lot.
And his grunts are actually not by a different voice.
It's Asuka's.
Yeah, it's Asuka's actor.
Which honestly, now that I think about it, it makes sense that like whoever the human host is for Ultraman, the grunts should do that. Like unless it's like a whole X situation where it's like, oh, X is his own entity, so makes sense that Grunts would be his own.
I noticed he's a lot heavier than the Ultraseven one.
That's right, bitch.
He's
Dyna's
well,
awesome.
Dyna.
Yeah, so Dyna's fighting, like...
He, like, the light alone before transforming, he destroyed the freaking Darabi's legs.
Yeah. Dyna's that fucking powerful. His color timer sound is also really cool. I have to hear it more to, like, copy it, but, like, it's nice. Yeah. I like it a lot.
So, like, Mai sees it back at the base, and they're going over the archive, and it's like, oh, apparently TBC has this secret thing about this Ultraman thing. And she's like, well, if Tiga had a name, this one needs to have a name.
You should call it Dyna.
Short for dynamite. Or dynamic.
Yeah.
And not, like...
Everyone's like, what about, like...
Ultraman Dyna.
Ultraman Dyna.
Ultraman Dyna.
No, and then, like, another one was, like, fucking Super Deluxe.
Yeah.
And it's
Ultraman Super Deluxe.
No!
This isn't a toy line.
Yeah.
Like, she's just forcing everyone to be like, call it Dyna.
And I like that Mai later, like, she sees Dyna again in the second episode, and she's just like, Dyna! And she gets so excited about it.
Dyna!
So, they all return to base, and Hibiki comes in, and he goes over to Asuka, and he's just like, you come with me. He's like, ah, shit.
Newbie, come here.
Yeah. So he pretty much talks, so he basically talks him down, and just says, what are you fighting for? Like, you have to have a purpose for being on this team, and, like, why you want to fight on this team. What are you fighting for? And Asuka's just like, hey, man,
he's like, why did you attack without my order? It's like, oh, I thought I had a clear shot. He almost died. Toda almost got his life.
Yeah, he's like, if you're going to be on this team, you need to learn to obey orders and work with the rest of your teammates. And, like, everyone else is kind of, like, poking fun at him, just being like, watch out, newbie. Like,
yeah, you're in trouble.
You're stupid.
Yeah, you're stupid.
Yeah, so, like... So Asuka's gonna have a bit of time feeling like working with the team, probably getting used to working with them.
And now he also has to take care of, becoming Ultraman.
Which we did get to see his changer.
Yeah, the Ray Flasher.
I like it. It's like it looks like the Ultra replica gives it a kind of more like wooden finish on it, but I can tell.
It's like a rock.
Yeah, like in the show, it looks like just round plastic, and that's kind of disappointing. But yeah, it's just this kind of like carved out Dyna's head, like, and just this long wooden piece, and it has like a jewel that flips out of it.
My big question is whether or not, how does Dyna connect with Tiga, if he even does?
I think it's just maybe he doesn't. It's just a thing of like. Because that's what Super Guts is that's the connection with Tiga. It's just like, oh, this is a sequel. Because they like, I think that's just what every production company does. Like, when they have a successful series, it's like, okay, well, we need to do a sequel series.
Well, I mean, like, origin-wise, like, where does the Tiga power come from?
Yeah, like, is Dyna related to Tiga's race of Ultraman, or is he just an entire entity on his own?
Maybe it'll be explained in the crossover movie.
Yeah, or I feel like his dad has a connection with Dyna.
Probably.
I like to think so, because like they kept talking about like, oh, his dad was swallowed by light, and it's like, well, Dyna came from light, so it's like, but yeah, so I think, so this time the fight gets taken to Earth.
Yeah, so the spheres end up coming to Earth. Like, they destroy a bit of Mars, so like Super Guts flies to Mars again. It's like, oh shit, we've been set up. So like,
Mars was the diversion.
Yeah, Ryo and Asuka head back to Earth to attack the spheres, where Asuka realizes like he wants to fight to protect everyone that can't really protect themselves, because like, if I've been the one destined to become the Warrior of Light, then let me become the Warrior of Light, and that's when he turns back into Dyna.
Yeah, because at first he just feels like he doesn't want it, and then I was like, don't pull that Daigo shit again, please.
I don't want this. Oh, that's a collectible.
So. Yeah. So we got the first proper transformation of Dyna. Didn't like the heavy amounts of CGI they put into it.
It's at least better than Greats.
It is better than Greats, I will say that, but like, I kind of hope after this we kind of just go back to like the.
He does have a standard like transformation.
Good,
sequence.
Good. Because like I don't mind when you do CGI and stuff and you experiment, but like if you're gonna experiment, like make it look good. I don't know. Like I guess it's more of just like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know?
Yeah.
Because like Ultraman's transformation is very iconic and like it has a very unique style to it. So it's like, why change that style? Every Ultraman we've seen up till now has just done the like, you see the guy transforming and then it does the shot of him growing into the fucking air. And
like
stuff.
the only one that I can see being different is Ultraseven, because back in the day, Ultraseven wasn't really intended to be a part of Ultraman. It was just own separate thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the return of Ultraman where it's like, YouTube, yeah? You're now showing it.
That's why it's
Same
not
continuity.
It's not Ultraman 7, it's Ultra 7. Remember that, folks.
So, which we get to see Dinah's first type change.
Yep.
Which he turns into Miracle.
Which, the blue on him, mwah. Like blue always looks good on an Ultraman.
I think it's because like blue's the highlight color, where it's like silver's the dominant color and blue's like the highlight color.
That's why Cosmos just looks fucking. Cosmos just looks so good because it's just all blue and silver.
Prominent blue.
Yeah,
and
Ghoul looks awesome. Blue looks awesome. Like, hey, just blue Ultraman.
Ultraman Z.
Yeah, but he's got some red on him. So.
Yeah.
Fuma looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Blue. Yeah. Oh, Ultraman Blue just go really well
The
together.
blue Ultraman just work.
Yeah. This is why like Tiga just bothers me with like his. That was purple, but it didn't look purple.
It was like a dark purple. Like they wanted to make it blue, but they were working with blue screens. So it's like, okay, change it to purple so that it can work with our blue screens.
Like I just need they need to release a figure art of Tiga, and I just need to just stare at it for like an hour and just be like, okay, I see the because I kept seeing blue. Bothered me. So yeah, so Dyna's fighting again, and like he's fucking kicks ass, man.
Yeah, he's fighting the Herpaderps, the Galarian.
The Galarian.
Which his body could, heat up because he's a lava monster. He reminded me a bit of the space dinosaurs from that one episode of Tiga.
Oh yeah.
The one with like the freaking
cybernetic enhancements.
Yeah, the cybernetic enhancements.
I love those guys.
He looked pretty cool. I liked him.
We were saving these dinosaurs so they could evolve and we could mechanize them and then they could destroy Earth. It's like what?
What? Come again?
Okay.
And that's pretty.
It's like that's it. So like, Hibiki kind of has more respect for him Asuka afterwards because he's like, all right, like, and like Asuka ends up on the beach. He's like, hey.
Yeah. Like Ryo's like outside by the tree that Asuka was hanging out with like earlier. Just she gets she gets a call in her like video pocket, like freaking Polly Pocket thing opens it up. It's just hello. It's like you gotta go to these coordinates. What is it? Another kaiju? No. Our little greenhorn's up on the beach. He crashed. You mind go picking him up? And apparently he's been there for hours.
Yeah.
Because like it's like nighttime when he has that fire out. The Gamma ship's crashed in the water. He has the life raft. He's just sitting there. When Ryo shows up, it's day. The sun's coming up. It's sunrise. It's morning.
He's been there all night.
Poor
guy. Well, he had a lot of time to reflect.
Yeah, which he did. He actually was thinking about the last few words his father told him. And it's about how the humans in the Earth are just specks in the history of the universe. But the humans have the biggest thing of all in the universe, and that's our hearts. That is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. No. Just he swears that he won't stop hesitating. Or he'll stop hesitating about everything. He'll do what his heart
tells him.
Yep.
So yeah, so that was the premiere of Dyna, and I gotta say, good shit.
I'll probably go to the episodic thing here and there.
Yeah, already liking Asuka. Asuka's great. Love him. He's just already like in the first 2 episodes. He's already such a better character than Daigo is personality wise.
I think what helps with this 2-parter is that it helps itself stand out from Tiga. Like it's not just going to be a carbon copy of Tiga. Or it's not going to be like a sequel series where Daigo comes in and be like, you are now Ultraman, you must do this thing. It's just,
And like
set in the same timeline.
Yeah, we'll see if there's a continuous story, which I hope so.
Well,
Like, if it gets episodic at times, I don't mind, but I hope there's a lot of like more character-driven episodes for everyone.
I have a feeling it may be episodic because the only thing we have going for it is where do the spheres come from?
All I know is whenever we get to an episode about Captain Hibiki, it's gonna be fucking awesome. I wonder if it's gonna be like another like child thing. It's like, oh, he's too busy, can't take care of his kid.
Probably has a dozen kids.
Oh, he gets around.
Oh, he gets
around. He's fucking.
He's Brock.
Also, just with a name like Hibiki, like I don't know, like honestly, of all the characters in the show, that we've seen so far, Captain Hibiki is the one who stands out the most for me. I love him.
It's because out of all the characters, he's actually aside from Asuka and Ryo and Mai, the rest of them just kind of just fill that empty slot of just Super Guts member 1, Super Guts member 2.
Not Hori.
Yeah, not Hori. And the other guy, his name was
Kariyama.
Yeah, Kariyama.
Yeah. But no, I'm liking this stuff. The theme song I gotta get used to. It's not bad.
No.
But I don't know. Tiga just stood out more.
Take me higher. And then you have the ending theme, Kimi Dakedo na Monitari, which apparently translates to "I want to protect you only." That may be a typo.
No, that's. If you listen to a song in Japanese and then try to translate the actual lyrics, they make no fucking sense.
Which I already like this song.
I can't remember it right now, so when we watch Dyna again, I'll have to really listen to it.
I also still like the acoustic version from Ultraman Saga, like when the members from that girls group was singing it outside when they were hanging out with Asuka. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then they did an updated rock version of it when Dyna got revived. And I'm like, yay.
Yeah, so we're new season. We're in for a new long run. So we got Ultraseven, Dyna, and Great to talk about.
Great.
So be ready. We're gonna be pumping these out weekly. So
yeah. Brand new Ultra.
We're gonna be on Gar's ass constantly.
No, it's not gonna be like last time. This is the only episode I have to edit.
I know. I believe in you.
We can do this.
You can do this.
We can do this.
So I don't know, we don't have a title for the episode. The thumbnail's just going to probably be something really cool. Gar's going to mash up with Great, Dyna, and Ultraseven. Great in all of his spandex goodness.
This is Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger, episode 126. Something about Mars. That's the actual title. Something about Mars.
There you go.
Something about Mars.
Mars with a Z.
Mars with a Z at the end?
Yeah. Giant capital Z. There you go. Something about Mars. So that's it, everyone. So be ready for the next episode.
Schwa for now.
Schwa for now.